Yeah, this is Heiner Sigmund of Cargoforwarder Global. I'm at the Transport Logistic in China, Shanghai, and we are at the Garden of Innovation at the Jettainer booth. With me is Carsten Hernig. He is Managing Director of Jettainer. Carsten, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for inviting.
Okay, thank you. Carsten, was it worth the money coming here, having a booth here? I mean, it's quite costly.
Well, I think certainly good investment for us, as the market in China and general Asia is one of, as we all know, one of the interesting growing markets in the aviation industry. And it's also a market where we would like to set a bigger footprint than we have today. And hence, I believe it has been a good choice to come and to present our product as well as our innovations and our brand here.
How many ULDs in total are you managing, and how many customers have you got right now worldwide?
We have approximately around 90,000 ULDs which we are managing in the system, and those ULDs are spread to approximately 20 customers at the moment.
Any new name on the horizon?
Well, certainly nothing we can communicate at the moment, but a lot of airlines are looking into outsourcing at the moment. We have realized that we are coming from a push to a pull scenario in the market, which means in a business model which is not even 10 years old, we've been in the past very much busy explaining to the customers what we are doing, what is ULD pooling and ULD steering all about. And now we are realizing that over the last couple of months, maybe 2 years, increasingly airlines are approaching us, asking us for our services, what we can specifically offer to them. So I believe the product is now established in the market, which will certainly bring new customers, to answer your question. One recent addition to our fleet is Plus Ultra, which we have just communicated yesterday.
And could you elaborate on this a little bit, because not everybody has attended this conference?
Well, Plus Ultra is an airline in Spain operating mainly to South America, rather small airline, but interesting business model into South America, which again is a growing market, so something which could develop nicely in the future.
Finally, Carsten, let's touch 2 points. What are the cost advantages for an airline that decides to outsource their ULD business and hand it over to you, Jettainer, for instance? What are the savings for them, roughly? And secondly, what about the quality? It's not just about outsourcing and saving money, it's also about quality. Can you assure these customers the quality they require?
Well, number one, to begin with, about the costs, what we usually see is that we reduce the fleet size by approximately 20 to 25% as compared to what the airlines operate on their own. How are we doing that? Obviously by better steering tools, which we are employing, and by putting the focus on ULDs, because usually ULDs is none of the real core business in the airline world, whereas we have totally specialized on it, and that's where we create synergies. Of course, we can create then further synergies by cross-utilization of ULDs among the different customers, which creates additional synergies. So as per what we calculate and believe is that the real cost savings for customer are also in approximately the range of 20%. There are additional effects for the customer. They don't need a huge or even a small ULD steering unit anymore, because we are taking over this administrative function. Secondly, by the number of ULDs which we operate, which I have mentioned earlier, we do certainly have a certain buying power in the market when it comes to ULD producers, as well as to the organization of repair shops and the cost of repair shops, as our volumes are simply bigger. Last but not least, talking about repairs, this is also one of the things which we are steering for our customers, which is a very labor-intensive process. And I'm not talking about the repair itself, but even the steering of the repair is something where you have to invest a lot of energy and a lot of logistical organization. And we are taking this away for the customer so that they can free these resources for their core business. Now coming to quality, obviously, as a small supplier, we can only survive if we deliver good quality. I believe, and I think I can proudly say even, that our fulfillment rate is close to 100%. We never had serious issues of lacking ULDs, so the customers are satisfied in this regard. The second point which I would like to raise regarding quality is something where I believe the whole industry has to work on. And this is more related to the handling qualities in the ground handling terminals and the aprons of the world, because we realize that there is a significant increase in damages to ULDs as well as to freight.
Thank you very much for giving us this insight into your business, the management of ULDs, outsourcing, take it over from the airlines, and hopefully you get some new customers, maybe even here in China. Okay. Thanks for your time. All the best. Thank you, Carsten.